everybody, hello, welcome to our regular Sunday afternoon live. I'm looking forward to this. I hope you guys are. I was sitting there last night and I was thinking, what shall I do for the live? What shall I do? And then I thought, Christmas. Honestly, we've turned the corner. We're into October. So now it's kind of that down to Christmas. And I was watching Timmy yesterday, in all fairness, probably what put the spark in my head. He was doing his Sizzix Christmas release. And so, yeah, I guess crafters are thinking Christmas. So I decided to think Christmas too. Before I talk about any of that, though, I want to introduce you to my new best friends. These are my Distress watercolour pencils. Look at them. Even if they can't spell watercolour properly, they're gorgeous. I just need to say a huge thank you to Kerry Betts for sending me these. Oh, I'm so grateful. I wanted them so much, but they're expensive. So I'd kind of put them on the back burner, and then Kerry came along. So thank you, and I really am grateful. And I haven't done any videos this week since I did the sunflower on Tuesday, and I haven't done any since because I've been playing with these all week long. Oh dear, they're a different medium, I will say that. They take a little bit of getting used to, and I'm not sure I've mastered that yet, but I've had fun trying. So thank you so much, Kerry. I'm very thankful. So where am I going to put these? Put that over there. Right. The other thing I want to show you is the other thing I've been doing, which is sort of in conjunction with the watercolour pencils. And I've been doing the trifold journal. So this is as far as it's got. It's not sitting up straight yet because it still needs bits inside it. But that's kind of what it's going to look like from the top there. And you can see I've got one piece, this piece, done. So I've got all the papers all around it stuck on. Let's see if I can undo this bow. That would be good if I could. Yay, easy peasy. So it opens up like that, and I haven't done these sections yet. But I have done this section, so I just wanted to show you what I'd done really. We've got this acetate pocket with the sunflower in that you saw me paint. Sorry about the acetate's a bit glary. And that flips up, and then on the back of that we've got some coloured die cuts. And this, which I've just watercoloured, but you know, you can easily journal on there. Then we come to this, which flips up, and this has got 3 little tags in it. 3 little pockets with 3 little tags. That flips out. I'm running out of room here. That flips out. We've got this little bookmark in here. I love this paper. I absolutely love it. Love it so much. So that's a little bookmark. Then here we've got a gusseted envelope. No journal is complete without one. Yeah, I really like this paper. So that flips up, and it's got a little pocket in there with a little card, just a little tag is the word I'm looking for. And here is my gusseted pocket, so you can get quite a bit of stuff in there if you wanted to. I haven't put anything in yet. That's the only part of this section that still needs something putting in it. And I'm thinking I might put some envelopes and writing paper or something in there. But that's the pocket. It's good. It's a good size. So you get plenty in there. And then that closes. This flips over like that. It's kind of flippy floppy, isn't it? And then this is 2 pockets with tags in that I have painted. This is with acrylics, this is with the watercolour pencils. Oh, they're just so nice to work with. I did put a bit of shine on there. Don't know if you can see it. Yeah, a little bit. So that's the 2 tags for that. They're all backed and sewn around and whatever. And they go in there like that. And then there's this, which is a pocket, and that I painted. I think I used acrylics. Yeah, I did use acrylics, and I put a little bit of sheen on that as well. And that goes in there. And then this flips out. And this I purposely haven't put anything on there. It doesn't need anything, I don't think. I just love that paper. And then here we've got 2, it's a belly band, but it's got 2 little belly bands on the big belly band. And that was my first attempt with the watercolour pencils, and I just fell in love with them. They're just beautiful. And then this one as well with the red poppies. And then a big journaling card behind that, that I've done again with the watercolour pencils. I made the background myself just to match with everything. And then I painted whatever those on. So that fits in there. These fit in here. So there's a lot of ephemera that I've painted myself.
Mike wants to know if you've sewn round with white thread.
No, Mike, actually I sewed round with a variegated thread. It's a kind of, could you just take it off the machine, please? It's, I'll show you now in a sec. It's this, variegated, and it's YLI machine quilting thread, 500 yards. I can't remember how much it was. This one's called Sticks and Stones, but it's nice, strong, smooth thread. You know, it goes through your machine really effortlessly. I used to, historically, use moon thread, which you buy on either 1,000-metre cops or the big ones, you know, triangular cones that you set down on a thread stand. But I found that they were fluffy. They were quite fluffy. And when I changed to using good thread, I realised that the machine was making much more noise when I used the moon thread than the real quality thread, Madeira, or in this case YLI. So now I'm kind of a convert to good thread. I think it's better for my machine, and that makes me happy.
And did you say where the papers were from, or did you miss it?
I think I said last week, but I can tell you again. The problem is finding them. It's this company here, www.shockart.co.uk. Now, it's designed by the Shockart sisters, and there's 2 of them. One is called Dali, and she has a shop here called Dali Art in the UK, and her sister's called Pip. Now, I know she has a store in America. I know she lives in America, so I don't know whether you could get that from her store there. I've got 2 different sorts, two different. This one I think is called Vintage Notes, I think, the one with all the blue. And then there's another one. Let's just see if I can find it. Yeah, Journal Flowers, this one. And that's this one. But I thought that they all went the much of a muchness, really, to be honest. So this is the Journal Flowers, and I got 8x8. And then this came in A4 size, the Vintage Notes. But if you can find them, or if they aren't available in the US, look up something like, well, I don't know, she's called Pip. Have a mooch around, I'm sure you'll discover her. And it would be nice if you could get some of these. The reason I got these was I happened to stumble upon them online, and they were having a half-price sale. So I bought loads, but I didn't know what they were going to be like. If I'd known what they were going to be like, I'd have bought more than loads. I'd have bought loads plus. But that, you know, that's where they came from. And I think they're gorgeous papers. So, right. So that folds over to there. That folds over to there. This folds down, and that's that section complete. So the next thing I'm going to do is go on to this section. But it's probably easier for me to do it without video on it because I've sewn round absolutely everything. And it becomes a bit tedious, either pausing while I sew or, you know, it's just... Next week, hopefully, I'll have this section done and you can watch it progress. But just in case you do want to copy what I've done, this is just a flap that goes all the way to the back. Then this folds out like that. This is a separate piece that I've put on. So this is all one piece of card from tucked under here all the way along to here. It's one piece. I've just folded it that way there and the other way there and stuck that down as a pocket so that I could get a card in. So there we go. It was a huge fun making it. I absolutely loved it. You know I love making flippy flappies. Just had a great time. Oh, I can't find my my video at all on here today. It just doesn't want to bring it up. Let's have a look in playlists. No, it's not.
We just do a roll call and then I'll try and find it for you.
Yeah.
We have Jodie Brayling from Connecticut that's joining us for the first time, I think.
Hello, Jodie. How nice to see you. Hope you enjoy what you see and you might come back again.
Benice.
Hello, Benice.
Judy.
Hiya, Judy.
Chestita.
Hi, Chestita.
Janya.
Hiya, Sophia. I must say hello to Sophia, who is Chestita's great-granddaughter and who likes to watch us. I don't think she joins in the chat. She's only weenie. She's 6, I think. Is she? Did you say 6? So she's probably our youngest regular viewer. So hello, Sophia. You're very, very welcome.
I'm only 3.
You're only 3? Yeah. And I hope you enjoy this video.
Janya.
Hiya, Janya.
Kyung.
Hello, Kyung. Got the alarm clock work today then?
Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Terry.
Hiya, Terry.
Tanya.
Hi, Tanya.
Jilly.
Hi, Jilly.
Sharon.
Hello, Sharon.
Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Nancy.
Hiya, Nancy. Hi, Will.
Flo.
Hi, Flo.
Colleen.
Hi, Colleen.
Deborah.
Hiya, Deborah.
I think that's everybody. If I've forgotten your shout out.
I wanted also to say hello.
Linda.
Who, Linda?
Linda.
Hello, Linda. I also wanted to say hello to Roz, who can't be here today. She's got an appointment to keep, but she will no doubt watch on Catchback. So hello, Roz. Hello, Jay.
Jan.
Hiya, Jan. And that's about your lot. I need to find myself on here, and it's not happening. It's not happening at all. Right, so I'm gonna delve into Christmas. Yes. So I've looked out all that I had left from Christmas last year, and this is it. It's not much, is it? It's not gonna get us that far. But you know, I have other things. So what we need is a piece of card. This can be a piece of file folder, it can be a piece of your ordinary cardstock, whatever. I'd say this is about 240, something like that. And then I'm going to crease it. So I'm going to get my lovely little scoreboard out that Nancy bought for me ages ago. It's so handy. And I'm going to crease this at 4 3/4 down there. Right, then I'm going to fold that over, being certain that it's square, like that, and then I'm going to crease again just at the end of that. So I'm putting that in. Here's where the end is.
I found it, but I have no idea where your chat is.
Oh, right, okay. And I'm going to fold that over, being certain that it's square, like that, and then I'm going to crease again just at the end of that. So I'm putting that in. Here's where the end is. I found it, but I have no idea where your chat is. Oh, right, okay. So that's where it ends, but I might go one over. No, I'll go right to where it ends and just score down there.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. So, yeah, the way I've scored that. Now, I have made this once before on my YouTube channel.
Hi, Joan.
Hiya, Joan. Yeah, it's so good. It really is. It's so handy. So I've scored down there, and I just want to fold this over this way. And if... No, it's fine. It lies flat. Sometimes you get a little bit carried away, and this won't lie flat because it's too much up in this crease. In fact, that might be just a touch. I'm just going to take a whisker off here. Better safe than sorry, isn't it? Yeah, Nancy bought me that little scoreboard, and I love it. I use it all the time when I'm by myself. So it's just a whisker I want off here, just so it's going to lie flat. Oh, maybe slightly more of a whisker than that, which wasn't a whisker at all. Yeah, so I've ended up taking that much off, so not masses, but now it will lie nice and flat.
Not so crafty June says hi.
Hello, Not So Crafty June. I hope you're feeling not so crafty Christmas soon. So that's there, and you can see there's just that little bit of a space between there and where that creases over. So now we need to ink all that. We need to trim these corners, and lo and behold, what do you know? I have one already done. That's shocking. Oh, the tag on my jumper's tickling me. Yeah, not only do I have one done, but I mean, look. I'm surprised myself. Sometimes I do that. So I've inked all around it. I have, the only other thing that I've done is I have put some masking tape down there. Just ordinary common or garden masking tape. If you haven't got masking tape, just stick another layer of paper over it, or washi tape, or whatever. It's just something to protect that, because we're going to be sewing into that. So we want it to be nice and firm. Right, so this is the inside, because that's the way the creases were. This is the outside, and you can see that I have already cut my paper, guys, and inked around it as well. Yeah, too good, too good. It's just the last couple of weeks have been a bit, I don't know, not planned. That's what, not planned. And I'm not keen on that. I like to be planned. Which, if you knew me, you'd think I wouldn't be, because I'm a bit scatty. But when it comes to lives, I like to know what I'm doing. So, right, let's take these safety pins off, which are holding things in place, and start to put some of these papers down. I've opted for a kit from Etsy. The shop is called Little Lady Papery. There's a million, I'm sure there's a million, there must be a million, if not 2 million, Christmas sets on Etsy for sale. But I went through my downloaded files, which are in a right mess, I might tell you, and just searched for Christmas. This one came up. I thought, that's nice, I like it. So this was the one I went for. I don't know how many Christmas sets I've already got downloaded, but when I went to Etsy to see if there was anything, you know, that I liked more, I was just boggled. My brain was boggled. So this is what we've got, and actually I quite like it. It's that's the way that paper goes, that way. But I thought that for the flap over, I quite liked that. So let's make a start with that and stick that down first. If you want to sew this, it would be lovely sewn around. I've quite got the bug again, once again, for sewing around everything. And I do think it makes everything look very finished, quite polished. So, yeah, you know, if you've got a machine and you want to sew around this, then that's fine. This shouldn't make much difference whether you're using A4 or letter. You know, you score it at 4 3/4, and then again at sort of 4 3/4, and then whatever's left is your bit to wrap around, is this bit. So it should be all right whether you're using letter or A4. So that's there. It's just got the merest margin around it, as you can see. I've just measured it just to give me that little margin. So we're off and running, guys. I'm going to use Collal for that because it's quite a big piece. Let me just see which way's up. Yeah, that way. I actually, some while ago, maybe July, I ordered Tim Holt's Christmas stash from last year. You know, the paper stash, I mean to say, from last year. So I have it. And I'm guessing that pretty soon the Ideology paper pack for this year will come out. I'm saying it's last year's, it might have been the years before. I don't know, it was the only Christmas paper stash I could find from Timmy. So I got it. Because last year I went a bit mad doing Christmas stuff, do you remember? I did loads of those little envelope journals. I used, oh, I've forgotten about that. I used Chapter 1's Christmas kit. It was gorgeous. Just remembered about that. Well, what's new and exciting in my life is, I'll tell you, and it's very new and very exciting, it's a new printer. I have a new printer. In an ideal world, I would have had an A3 printer. But then how often would I use it? You know what I mean? So I've gone for an A4 printer. I have gone for the HP, I can tell you because it's sat in the middle of the floor in its box because it's just arrived. HP OfficeJet Pro, oh, can't read that, 9014E. And I'll let you know either through the week or next week how it's going. The printer that we have presently, the Canon, honestly, it owes us nothing at all. It's been such a good printer. But it's now decided it doesn't want to print out text, and it's just getting old. And actually what really drew my attention to it, I told you that I'd made the background for the pages that I'd painted in that Kingfisher journal. And I was trying to get it to print out what I, scan it in, print it out. And it just wouldn't. It was just being really silly. So
says that's the exact one she has.
Oh, is it? Are you pleased with it, Kyung? Tell me now before I take it out of the box. Because if not, I'll send it back.
Well, at least we know to call for tech support.
Yeah, not Kyung. Matthew, possibly. Well, it must work all right with Max because she's got a Mac. There we go.
Kim said, yeah, I like it. It's a good jet.
A good jet. Yeah, and we also will then be a part of the Smart Ink, the ink program that HP do, which would be quite interesting because I've got no idea how many pages I print out in a month. Not a clue. Sometimes I hardly print any out at all, but other times I go a bit mad. Right, so that's the outside. Yeah, everything's the right way up. So that's what our little folder's going to look like. Looks nice already, doesn't it? And these are the papers for the inside.
They're gorgeous papers, those, aren't they?
Do you like them? Ah, I didn't know you liked them.
Just told you.
Yeah, no, but you never said anything this morning. You never said they're nice. You just walked past willy-nilly. Yeah, right. So that's really nice, that paper. I like that. So that's going to be the entire inside. And I'm sorry if you remember me doing this project. I did it to go inside the fabric journal that I made. And so I think I made it out of journal book papers. But I know that not all of you watch all my videos. Shame on you. Oh dear. Anyway, I have been some of you will know, some of you maybe not, that I find it difficult to go outside. I don't know, I found it difficult enough before, but then when we had lockdown and weren't allowed to go outside, after lockdown it just, I don't know, it felt increasingly difficult for me to go outside. So I've been pushing myself this last couple of weeks, hence the photographs of me being out and about, because that's something new for me. And every day this week I've been going for a walk. Now don't get excited, it's not like, not like we used to do, several miles in a day, but it is a walk. So yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. I'm pleased with myself. For those of you that can walk endlessly and go outside with impunity, you must think I'm totally crackers, but some of you, I'm sure, will know what I'm talking about. Right, so that piece I think goes there. Let's do that with collall. This is coming together all right, isn't it?
Yeah, should be finished for Christmas.
Oh, you've heard about the speed I craft at then. I don't think I'm a particularly slow crafter.
Jonia's very proud of you.
Thanks, Jonia.
And Keon says so amazing.
Thank you, girls.
And Mike says any walk is a good walk.
Well, a couple of times we've
Unless
gone...
you're on a gangplank.
Yeah. A couple of times we've gone out in the car and had a little walk. And a couple of times we've literally walked around the village. Which actually for me is more stressful because I might meet somebody that I have to talk to. Which is bizarre, isn't it? Because I talk to you lot, all my friends, all the time. But face to face, it's just a different matter. But I'm getting better. I am. So let's just squish that down. There we go.
Keon says you've been inspiring her. She was just talking with Matthew about going for a little walk every day.
Oh, yeah. Do it. You feel so good that you've managed to do it.
And Judy says she's quite a hermit, doesn't like going out anymore, it's too peeply outside.
Yeah, I was just saying to Mr. F the other day, some days you just don't want to people. Most days, if I'm honest. It's funny, isn't it? When I realised that I had this, I don't know, problem, condition, syndrome, whatever you want to call it, I thought I was pretty much alone. But then, talking to people online, obviously not face to face, I realised that actually I wasn't alone. And the, what do you call it where we had to stay in?
What?
Lockdown.
Oh,
The lockdown hadn't helped anybody really. Anybody that was kind of prone to this sort of problem. It was just, where everybody else was complaining I had to stay and I was going whoop-de-doo. I can stay in with impunity. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty, guys? Yes, it is. Oh dear. I don't know why I'm using this small media mat. I really don't. I've got a large one over there. I seem to want to use this one. Never mind. It's big enough, isn't it? Let's see what I'm doing. Right, so there we have it. That's the inside and outside bits for our folio. Excellent. Now what I need, glue, are some pockets just on the inside. And I've made one pocket but I've saved another one to make with you so you can get all the measurements right. Because these are easy peasy to make, and you can make up quite a few for Christmas and just give them to friends, relatives, keep one for yourself so you know what you're going to be cooking or what you did cook, who came to dinner, include any photographs, whatever. They're just nice to have. So I cut this at 4.5 wide by 4, folded a bit over there. Let's just check that I'm right here. No, it's 4 3/4 wide. 4 3/4 wide. Write that down if you want to. And I cut it at 4.5 tall. And then I folded in 1/2 inch on the top. Then I creased 1/2 inch around each of these. So I've got a gusseted pocket like so. So let's do that again. So that was 4 3/4 wide. Okay, that's just a bit over. By, what did I say, 4.5? Yeah, 4.5. So let's just trim that off at 4.5. I want this way to be 4 3/4. Which it pretty much is. There we go. Right. That's a remnant. Don't throw away your remnants. Okay, so let's get the little scoreboard out. And I'm just going to crease around, score around 1/2 inch on every side. I've printed this on quite thin paper actually, because I knew I was going to have double, paper on the front, paper on the back, and the card's quite sturdy. So I thought I would just do it on pretty much photocopy paper, really. Which means it's a good idea just to reinforce that top. The top of the pocket. Ooh. There we go. Right. So what I want to do is just fold these in. I'm sure I've told you this 100 times, but crease from the centre. If you don't, it somehow goes wonky. So when you fold it over, get your centre bit and then go out to each end and it'll go straight. Well, you've got more chance of it going straight anyway. Right, where's my scissors? So this is the top part here. So I just want to cut down there like that, and then a little angle there. Cut down there. Little angle here. And then these bottom pockets, you cut into the cross you've made with your fold lines and out again. Into the centre of that cross and out again. And this is the top, so I'm just going to glue that down. And it's just going to lend that quite thin paper a bit of reinforcement. There we go. Get a nice crease in the top. And then that's us. We're sorted. Nice pocket. The only thing I need to talk to myself about. Hello, Miss P. What do you think? Oh, I don't know. Is whether I'm going to put ribbon or lace. I need to ink round it as well. I'll ink round it while I'm thinking about the trim situation. I'm using candied apple. I don't know, it's not my favourite. On the cream it's come out, well, I don't know, it is red, isn't it? Yeah, I was going to say it come out pink, but there's no way that's pink. Just being silly. So yeah, I'm using candied apple ink. I'm just going to go around the edges of the pocket. this would look nice in loads of different papers, almost any paper. But I've started my Christmas campaign. So do I want trim or do I not want trim? They're going to go like that. Okay. What's the trim situation? What have I got? I've got this cream. I thought the cream would look nice because it's definitely not doesn't want white on it, I don't think.
Maria Patricia Chavez, thumbs up for you.
Hello, Maria Patricia Chavez. How nice to see you. I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, Chestita's on. Hello. I'm sure I said hello, but I've forgotten. I'm sure I did because I said hello to Sophia, didn't I? Jen, to trim or not to trim? That is the question. It is the question. I quite like the idea of that with that cream on there. It looks quite vintagey, doesn't it? Should we do it? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to stick it on before I stick it into the book.
Anita Waller says hi.
Hi, Anita. Thanks for joining. She's saying hello to everybody. Nice to have you back with us this week, Bernice. Although it's really nice that you've got, family to go and see and whatever. So I could put that there, just drop it down just a little bit from the top. I think that's what I'll do. And I'm going to use Collall because it sticks fabric a little bit faster than Old Queenie.
Christina says Sophia was waving.
Oh, was she? Oh, bless. Do you want to wave, Mr. F? Let's wave. Let's wave to Sophia. Hi, Sophia! Hello! Right, let's put this on. So I'm just going to put it down a scant 1/4 of an inch, would you say? Oh, the claw's waving at you now, Sophia. Oh no, my glue's landed on the floor, glue side down. Wouldn't it just? That's fairly typical.
Good job the floor's clean.
Good job we have. Oh, well, I nearly said it's a good job we haven't got Bobby. It's never a good job. And this I'm going to do just the same, just scant 1/4. You'll never see these 2 pages together because this thing's going in the middle. But, kind of want them to look fairly similar.
Joan says it's coming along beautifully. Has her thinking what she's got in her stash.
Yeah, look what's in your stash. You know, this cost of living crisis, I don't know if that's what you're calling it in America, but that's what we call it here. Basically, it means that everything is costing a fortune and nobody's getting paid any more than they were. They are getting paid, but not more than they were getting paid. And it's actually, it's difficult. People are finding it difficult. And so, yeah, I think it's a good idea to look what's in your stash. For me, it's always exciting because I've got so much stash. It's ridiculous. And I don't remember getting some of it. I find it nothing. I'll say to Mr. Ev, I honestly didn't know I had that. So I think it's a good idea to, as they say, shop your stash. Just go, take yourself a little basket or a cardboard box or something and go around your stash and pick up some things that you think, didn't know I had that.
Rose Johnson was just wondering what you thought about Tim's new Christmas dies.
Well, they're not absolutely up my street. Let me just say that. But then, those who know me, Christmas isn't right up my street. Although I'm coming round to it. I'm definitely coming round to the idea. I think the things like Harvey, the Nutcracker, and the Vintage Santa. I mean, that Vintage Santa, let's be honest, how often could you use him? You use him for 1 card. Maybe you could use him for 10 cards going to different people. But He doesn't do much. He's a bit of a blunt instrument, I can't help feeling. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I liked the bow. The bow I thought was very nice. What have I done? Yeah, I've done it right. It's all right, don't panic. And I quite liked the wreath, but they're very expensive. And, you know, as I say, quite limiting really. So I won't be buying any of the Sizzix launch. When it comes to the ideology though, that's my Achilles heel. That's where I will be buying some things. What do you think of it? What did everybody else think of it? Or is it just me that's old grumble bum? Grumble bum. I mean, you can't have everything, can you? You just can't. And so, as a consequence, I'm quite happy to forgo the Sizzix. The Sizzix Chapter 3 that he released earlier in the year, yeah, wow, that was fabulous. It was really real Timmy stuff. This, nah, not so much.
So you heard it here first, people. Santa is a blunt instrument. Don't be fooled by that jolly nature.
Right, so what have I got in here? I've got some die cuts. See, this is a die set that I do have, and it's snowflakes. It might even be a Timmy one, I don't know. But they're different, you know, you can cut them in different colours. There's loads of different sizes. Santa, he said you can cut him in different colours. Pardon? Pardon? Anyway, you know, I've said enough, I'll get thrown off the tin. I've got something else. This is a Timmy sticker book. Well, it's not all stickers, it's words as well.
King says Purple Santa.
Yeah,
Happy face.
Purple Santa.
Justita's still trying to get the die set with a file folder.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're nice, those ones. I think I'm just going to stick that on there. I wonder if I should put some stickles on it. I didn't think this through really, did I? What's that? Ranger. What is it? Oh, glossy accents. Let's have a look at the stickle situation. I've got a new red. Straw's not very tidy, is it? No, it would appear I don't have any red. Have I got any silver? What's that? Clear Rock Candy. Tim Holtz Distress Stickles, Clear Rock Candy. Let's go for that. Oh no, that's purple.
Judy loves stickles, there's a surprise.
Right, let's just get a piece of paper because I don't want to stickle everything. I don't know if you're supposed to shape these, no, I doubt it. And a little brush, an old little brush.
Did you find you one?
Yeah, please, just one that's not in very good nick.
I'll get one of mine.
Oh, lovely.
Judy says that she uses stickles, but she doesn't know when to stop. She stickles everything.
How can that be wrong if that's what you like?
It can't be wrong.
Yeah, sorry, I bet that's really loud in the microphone and very annoying. Sorry, that was me thinking. I'm just waiting for Mr. F to come back with a brush. That's perfect. It's just lovely. Right, how long does the stickles take to dry? Ages.
I've no idea.
We're not very stickly people, are we?
No.
So I'm just going to paint this on here.
It's like asking me how long the washing machine takes to run. How would I know?
Oh, that's rather a lot. This was just red card. Some red card that I had last year. Let's have a look at that. yeah, I can see that might go quite nice. I could have embossed it. Oh, that would have been a more instant drying situation, wouldn't it? Yeah, might have been more sensible, but never mind, I'm committed to this now. Right, there we are, I've stickled them. So I'm just going to set those off to one side. I'll just move them in case they stick to the paper. Yeah, I'll just set them off. I don't know if they're going to be very, very stickly looking or not. Let's put them up there. Let's try not to forget that they're there. Right, is this stuck down? Yes. Lovely. And stick these where I want them. That's the right way, isn't it? Yes. Better safe than sorry, guys. Right, because as everybody who watches me knows, I can't see what's straight for the life of me. I'm just going to draw myself a little line. And I'm going to draw it at 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. Looks like a good enough place. There we go. So I'm glad that you got back home in one piece, Mike. I appreciate your flight the other way was delayed. You weren't flying with Aer Lingus by any chance, were you? I was flying with Aer Lingus from JFK and got there at the right time, you know, to check in however early you were supposed to be there for your flight. I think in those days, I'm not so sure it is now, but I think it was 2 hours prior to your flight. So I was there 2 hours early, checked in, and the girl said, "Oh, I'm sorry to tell you, but your flight's been delayed because an engine fell off the aircraft at Shannon, which is Aer Lingus hub. So you're going to have to wait till they fix that and then get across, you know, from Shannon." That was a long wait. So that's that. So I've just stuck the back one down first. Make sure it's nice and flush, and then your card will go in without any impedance. There's a good word. I've got glue on there, which I can do without. So yeah, when Jen said, no, come on. When Jen said that your flight had been delayed, my instant thought was, oh my goodness, hope he's not flying to Ireland with Aer Lingus. I'm not a nervous flyer at all, but I must admit that when they said the engine had fallen off and they had to wait for it to be put on, I was a bit sceptical. You can see where I'm coming from, can't you? There we go. Right, let's just hold those in and flip them up. And there we have it. Lovely. And when our snowflakes are, when the stickled stuff is dry, we'll put them on there.
Stickle them on.
Stickle them on.
I forgot to do the cat while I was in the kitchen. 2 things to do, you see.
2 things to do.
More than one.
So, same with this, and then we can move on to the inner parts. I'd like to say also a thank you to Sharon Hales for her contribution to the channel through the via the Buy Me a Coffee site. Thank you so much, Sharon. It's greatly appreciated. It really, really is. Thank you.
Mike says, yes, one flight was on Aer Lingus.
Well, you made it back anyway, so...
You must have got the good plane.
guess you liked Ireland though. It's very pretty country. There we go. Right, so that's our inside pockets done. I just need to hold that top bit for a second while it catches. I'm glad we put trim on, and I think the bestickled snowflakes will look nice on there as well. Now somewhere here I've got some tags that go in there, I think. Yeah, here we go. So it's from the kit, and I've backed them and I've put some ribbon through, and they are going to go in there. They are going to go in there. Yeah, they are. I can tell you. What have I got that's little and sharp? Let's try that. That's it, I think. I think my glue's splodged out everywhere. I'm probably going to have to leave that till it dries, and then... No, it looks alright. Yeah, I think I'll leave that till it dries. I don't want to get these stuck in it. So I'll leave that just till that dries. Now then, the next bit that's the sort of central bit is based on an envelope. Thank you very much. So I'll set this aside a minute till we do all the workings on the envelope. If I take these off, I know I'm going to forget which goes where. But you need to see it, so... So it is a regular, what we call in this country, DL envelope. It measures 8, just over 8.5 by 4 1/4. So whatever your equivalent is, it doesn't really matter the size of it, as long as when you lie it down on here, it's not wider than from there to there. That's the only stipulation. It can be as tall as that, anything you like. But that's what I happen to have to hand, as it were. And I know a lot of you like to use recycled envelopes. That's great if you do. For me personally, I don't use them because I find them a little bit thin and a bit weak. So I don't do that. But all I've done is... easy peasily, I've just stuck it down, inked all around it, and then I've sliced off with a merest sliver the top, so it's open all the way along the top there. And then we're just going to cover it with papers. So I've selected that one. Oh, I haven't. No, it doesn't matter. I was going to say I haven't inked the centre, but it doesn't really matter because it's going to be sewn in. So let's get this glued down. Catkins learnt that if he comes to the back window, we let him in.
Yes, he hasn't learnt if you stand in front of the window, I can't open it.
Yeah, no, he hasn't learnt that.
Come on, move up the bus.
He is such a funny little boy. Right, so make sure you've got your papers the right way. And we'll get that one stuck down there. And this one stuck here. So you can see the papers in this kit. It's Christmassy without, well, I suppose it is over the top Christmassy, but it's not glitzy. Yay, Catkins come in. He's such a funny little boy. I'm so glad that we've got him. There we go. So that's those two down. Now, what I want is to make a little pocket. So I've just taken this. It did measure 2 3/4. No, it measured 3 1/4, and I folded in 1/2 inch there just for the bottom and 1/2 inch over just to stabilise the top a little bit, and that's just going to get stuck there like that. So I'll just use my Queen's glue for that one.
Jen says a bit random, but she loves your paper clips with a flat top and the pointy end. Is that the norm paperclip in the UK?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much it is. This is the bottom. Yeah, they're nothing special. In fact, to be honest, I think Mr. F might have got them for me at a charity shop. But they're pretty regular, yeah. Wouldn't you say?
I would say that's classic design.
Classic, yeah. So that just goes there and just give us a little pocket to pop something into. I could have put trim along there, but I might put a little sticker or something on it. Who knows? All I wanted to do really was get the construction sort of done, and then I could worry about how I was going to tart it up. Got it? Yeah. This is, oh, nearly stuck it on top of the other one. That would have been a bit foolish, wouldn't it? A little bit foolish. There we are. So we've still got that crease line free in the middle, so nothing's going to impede the folderiness of the journal. And I have made some tags for it somewhere, but I'm not seeing them at the moment. Right, so on the other side, I've got these papers, this one and this one. They're nice, aren't they? I love poinsettias, actually. They're very nice. They don't last, though, and you can't... I've never successfully managed to keep one till the next year, because the flower itself is not actually a flower, it's leaf bracts. And you have to do weird things like keep it in the dark for 18 hours a day and vary the amount of light it gets. Well, to be honest, here in the winter time, we hardly get any light anyway, so it would be a bit difficult. And they're not... Oops, hello, that nearly was upside down. They're not expensive in this country, to be honest. At Christmas time, they're kind of 10 a penny. Most people overstock with them, so if you bide your time, you can get them quite reasonably. Not that I'm a skinflint or anything, but you know, why pay more? Oi, Catkin! He is so nosy. So, is everybody doing all right anyway? Jen had a fabulous find this week, setting up for the library book stall, and she found a copy of Edith. I mean, that must have been the last thing she was expecting to find. Fabulous. Well done, I say. There we go. So that's going to go like that in the middle. And I've got my pockets there, and for the pockets for this side, I've used a sort of goldy coloured page that was in the kit, and I'm going to pop that there, and I'm going to pop that there. So what I did was I just cut a square out to the width that I wanted, and then I just folded it over, and that way then it's given it a bit more stability. So ostensibly I've covered up my poinsettia, but never mind. It'll be all right. I could leave that for a bit of journaling. Might just do that, you know. If it gets on my wick, I'll glue it down. That's what to do. Because sometimes things seem like a good idea, don't they?
If you put it top right, would it work?
I don't want to do that. It probably would, but I've got my cards all done for it this way. Let's stick that down, and if that journaling idea proves to be not a good idea, then I'll stick it down. So there we are. So yes, journaling, hooray! And I've got some little cards that go in there. Once again, I'm not sure that I want to force the issue until that glue is dry. So that goes there, right.
Ellen Baylor says hi.
Hi, Ellen.
She's late to the party and she loves you doing Christmas.
Oh, well, yeah, as I was saying to everybody, watching Tim's live yesterday, I thought, yeah. I mean, a couple of years ago, if you'd asked me to do Christmas, I thought, you're loopy, I don't do Christmas. But then last year, I really got into the swing of it. I made that big Tim journal that went to Australia. Oh, yeah, I really got into it. I think it was the Timmy stuff that got me into it. There we are, so we can...
Not enough to have actually got anybody a present, mind.
No.
We haven't gone totally mad.
So there we have that. I think that might work, you know, that journaling in there. I think it might. I might just take the stencil and the brush and just do a little bit of stenciling in there. So it just doesn't look like it's there because we forgot about it, which it's kind of looking like at the moment. I haven't got a Christmas stencil, so I'm just using this one. I'm just going to do a little bit so I can still journal over it. That's fine by me. Right. Same with this one.
Nancy says, can you tell her the name of the shop for the paper?
Little Lady Papery on Etsy. Little Lady Papery, Paperie. Papery. Right, so that's that. Let's hope that's going to want to stay down. Yeah, look at that. That's fine. And I've got some little cards. Oh, I showed you them, didn't I? Going quite mad. So they go like that. So when it's folded over like that, you can see the little card. So yeah, I do think we need to stick something on there, but in the fullness of time. I also have two, oh, there's my other two cards. These ones, no, these ones go here, like that. Yeah, like that with that ribbon's gone a bit wonky. It's had too much to drink. And then I've got these big tags that definitely need a bit of something on them. And they're going to go inside the envelope. Like that. They might be a bit too long, I'm not too sure. I'll wait and see when I get the envelope in if I need to chop some of them or not. But I think altogether that looks quite nice, really. I mean, that's the back of the tag, which might be an argument for chopping it down a bit. I don't know, we'll see. I'll leave those out till we get it all in place. So that's the envelope there. So we've made it into a little booklet, I suppose, of sorts. Right, so the next thing is the journal that goes in the middle. I'm carrying on here like everything's perfectly normal. Let me tell you, Mr. F's chasing Cat Kid round the house, who then decided to play skippy rope with the cable that leads from there to here. And I'm just carrying on whilst all this is happening. It's quite funny. Right, I have a coffee, so cheers everyone. Let's see what's going on with the chat. Sharon Hales. I did thank you, Sharon, for your donation. Thank you very, very much. I was just saying that to Mike, Fiona. When I started watching your lives, there would have been no Christmas. You are so right. Please tell me the name of the shop. Little Lady Papery. I am so sleepy, not much sleep last night. Well, guaranteed to watch me, and you have total soporific effect on most people. Quite nice. Quite nice.
Jen loves the ribbon on the corners.
Yeah, I quite like that. I started doing that some time ago, and I just quite like it. Okay, look, back to the journal. Back to the journal, guys. So what you need to do is get yourself your papers, whatever they are going to be. I've used this very lightly tea-stained paper. I've used 3 sheets because it's only a little folio. It won't stand much more than that, to be honest. And lay them down like that, you know, your paper, before it's creased or anything else. And just measure. You want to come in a good 3/8 of an inch, good 1/4 of an inch on each side. And then top to bottom, similar sort of thing. A scant 1/4 of an inch, I'd say. That's what I've done mine at. And then I've taken a piece of the design paper and I've cut it just marginally larger than the journal pages. So it's just, and that's going to be our little journal. So there's not much to it, but I think you will get enough, there's enough space in there to write, you know, the important stuff. And I've just stenciled using that same stencil that you've just seen me use on each page, but it's certainly not prohibiting any journaling that you might want to do, I don't think, anyway. So that's the little journal.
Nancy O'Rourke says hi.
Hiya, Nancy.
She's missed joining the lives recently and what a lovely project to jump into.
Oh, and Kathy. Hello, Kathy. You just got here. It's a gorgeous oh, thank you, Kathy. Christmas cake recipes. Yes. And you know what, Sharon? Gingerbread men recipes. I know you like your gingerbread men, so do I. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I wish I hadn't said that now. I really want a gingerbread man. Do you remember last year I made a little journal for you, Sharon, and you wanted the pink one because you wanted the gingerbread man on it? I remember. I'm like an elephant. Well, yeah, in more ways than one.
Jen says stenciling is a great way to break up a blank page.
Yeah, it is. If I could have found my Christmas stencils, says she, not knowing if she actually has any, I would have used them. But, I mean, that's just fine. It just breaks it up and it looks pretty. Right, so the thing to do now is to bring all this together. Do I want to put any trim on there? I can decide that when it's done. Yeah, let's take the pressure off and just put it together. So, just push that with your thumbs right into the corner. Make sure it's equally spaced top and bottom. And it's going onto there. So, just get that right. Clip it in. You all know how to do this, but you never know who's watching and whether they've ever done it before, because plenty of us, we're all guilty of it. We get to this part and you say, you know how to do this, I won't bother showing you. And I know when I was learning to journal, this was like kind of a secret sort of thing, you know, actually sewing your pages in, your signatures in. So here's our little envelope, and I'm going to take all of these things out because it just makes it easier to handle. And that's going to go. Now if I put it towards the bottom, I've got more chance of getting these tags in, haven't I? Yes, I do. So let's bring that down towards the bottom. You can put yours at the top, centre, you know, wherever makes you happy, really. I don't think I've got any clips that are long enough, but I have got these new new clips. Look at these. They're the same as the old ones, but they're bigger. Where did I get them, I hear you ask? Come on, where do you think? Off Ali. Yeah, that's going to work. They're going to work. I didn't know at all about these clips till our lovely Fancy Nancy sent me some. I'm quite addicted to them now. I use them all the time. Right, so it's a question of putting some holes through. I always use my yoga mat. I don't know why. This is a glass mat. It's not going to get harmed, but you know, old habits and all that malarkey. I'm looking for my, there it is, my pokey tool. So I really want to catch this. Yeah, let's put one there about ½ an inch in from the bottom of the envelope. So you push through at the centre, fold this over, and then you will drive your pokey tool through the crease line. I wonder whether to put a 5-hole pamphlet stitch in here. I think that's the way around that. Let's do that. So I've got one ½ an inch up the envelope, which is about an inch from the bottom. And I'm going to put one in where I think is the centre of the page, which is about there. And then an inch in from the top. I'm eyeballing this, guys. Be close enough. So that's three holes that I've got, but I've only got 2 that are holding the envelope in place. You see what I mean? I've got one there and one there, and I don't think that's going to hold the top of this envelope securely enough, so we're going to make it into a 5-hole. So in between this one and this one, I'm going to make another hole in the middle of those 2. So there's one there, and then I've got these 2 here, and I could maybe get away with just bringing that one just inside the envelope. Yeah, about there.
Jenny said she was thinking 5 holes, Miss P.
Ah, we are telepathically aligned.
And Kathy says she's never done a 5-hole one, so let's do it.
It's so long since I've done one, I don't know if I can remember how to do it, but I think it's fairly straightforward. Right, this is the thread that I use. It's cotton perlé. Now it comes in all sorts of thicknesses, this cotton perlé. This, which is the very fine one, which is too fine really to be binding books with. You'd tear your paper, you know, it's so thin it would tear your paper if you put any pressure on it. There's this one that I use, and then there's this, which is a little bit thicker, but nice as well, which I have in cream and black. So, but I'm just going to use these. This cream is fine. Come on. And take an amount. I think it's supposed to be something like 3.5 times the height of your book, but I'm guessing here. There we go. Right. So I think it's the same. I think you still go out the centre.
You do?
If this doesn't work, we'll just unpick it and we'll start again. So with my loose end, I'm just going to raise that clip a little bit and clip that down so I can't pull it through, because that's a real pain if you do that. So then you go in the next hole down, pull that through, in the bottom hole. Well, out the bottom hole, isn't it really? Then you come in the next hole up. Don't be awkward. Like that. And then you miss the middle hole out and you go to the next one up. So I'm missing the middle and I'm going to this one. And then in the top hole, out the next hole down and back into the centre. So you see it's very much like a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, just
for a loop on the
you've
end.
added a bit of a twirly bit on the end. Right, so same as the 3-hole, you want one strand of your thread each side of the long middle stitch, which is fine. I don't need all of this stuff, so let's cut that off. Let's put that back into there where it lives and put it in the drawer where it lives. Can you believe that? So let's just loosen that there. Let's see if these are anything like tight enough. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So just tighten it up and then knot it off. And I generally just put 2 knots in. And it's at this stage you can decide what you want to do. You can tie a bow, or what a lot of people like to do is just with the loose ends leave them, and you can put some beads on there, a charm, whatever. I tend not to do that. I don't know why, but I don't, so I'm just going to cut those off. And if you're worried about it at all, just a little drop of glue in there, but it'll be fine. So there's my big clip and there's my little clip. And here we should have this all nicely sewn in. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? And then you'll sort of have holes here where you've pushed through, so just take your bone folder and just rub over them, and they just kind of disappear a bit like that. Doesn't look so bad. There we go. So it's still workable, fully workable. I don't need that anymore. Oh, let's have a look and see if these are dry. Yeah, they're dry. I don't know if they're very stickily. I think the cardboard's just absorbed the stickles. That's a bit disappointing, isn't it? I don't know what I've done wrong there, but anyway, they're not very exciting. Right, let's see if we can get these cards in here. They don't seem to want to go. Don't know why not. That feels pretty okay to me. Yeah, I was just being silly. So that's that one. Is that okay there? Is it a bit bland? Might be a little on the bland side. I'll open the Timmy pack up in a minute and see what's left from last year. Let's see if we can get this one in here. Not a chance. Just be careful if you're doing this. You don't want to break your glue. The glue that's holding the pocket in, that is. You do want to break the bits that have oozed over. That's just such a horrible word, isn't it? It's funny though, I don't know why it makes me laugh. Right, so that's that. So the next thing we're looking at is this. Would that benefit from a bit of trim? Let's have a look and see. I don't know. What do people think? What do you think, Mr. F? I haven't got any red lace. I haven't got any green either.
Do you not? You do surprise me.
Well, because I never used to do Christmas, so I have no sort of residual Christmas. I mean, I know I have some. I know. Don't look at me like that. I know I have some. But as it stands at the moment, it's cream or nout. Have I got any red ribbon left? Red ribbon. I've got some green here, look.
She likes the ivory.
You like the ivory, yeah.
Linda likes the lace trim. Jenny says go for it, Miss P.
Right, okay. Do we like that?
Nancy says, is the shop Little Lady Paperie?
Yes.
Generally on Etsy you have to search with it as all one word.
Yeah, you do. Don't put any spaces in, but I guess you know that, Nancy.
The Etsy search is rubbish.
What about that green there? Is that a goer or not?
No.
No. Jen likes the ivory. Linda likes the lace trim. Cream is pretty, says Sharon. Oh, I like the ribbon, says Kathy. Oh dear, now that's confused me. I'm just going for this. I'm just going for it. Otherwise I'll just get confused. So.
Were you variegated on the floor or something?
Oh, I don't know. Looks, oh no, it's here. Oh, must have been a loose end when you...
Loose end, it's halfway around the house.
I don't think there is an end to that. Must have...
I don't know what he's had then, but he's wrapped thread around my chair, that stand, up the stairs, round the Hoover.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of having lace on here actually. So let's put it straight up to there, nice and flush with that. Is it everywhere? I don't know how.
I don't know how.
Because it was still on my desk, so he's a magician.
Well, maybe it's a different thread.
Looks like the same thread. Right, so that's that. Let's just snip off the excess. And on the other side too. Oops, nearly. There we go. Right. So that's just going to take a minute to, well, you know, a while to calm down and want to lie down because it just wants to curl at the minute. And I'm just going to put a little bit of Queen's glue under the end because it frays if you don't. And I don't like it when it does that. Queen's glue's decided to get blocked up.
Is that your bobbin?
Oh, it's the bobbin.
He's been running around the house with it, unwinding it as he goes.
Oh, bet he enjoyed that. Well, that's kittens for you. I mean, they do like thread. They're notorious for it. There we go. Right. So I don't want to do anything in the journal. I could do a little pocket there, couldn't I?
Ellen Bailey says, can I just say your nails look so nice, do you do them yourself?
I do. I did them just before I came on. Yes, thank you so much. I'm glad someone noticed.
They're very Christmassy.
Yeah, they've gone a bit dull now because I've had, you know, glue and stuff over them. But thank you, Ellen. That's very nice of you to say so. So let's put the stuff in the envelope, shall we? What did I have there?
Judy thinks the snowflakes need some bling.
The snowflakes need some bling. Yeah, just kind of in the centre of them or something maybe. I mean, I did my best, Judy. I did my best. It wasn't happening. So that goes there. That opens up and these go here.
Kathy says, yes, Judy, maybe some red sparkle.
I looked for red sparkle. I didn't have any. I didn't have any. Right, so that's that there. Then I've got the two big, these big ones. I want them looking that way. They may still be too long, but the solution to that is easy, is it not? I can't even get them in. There we go.
Jen says you could use your nail polish.
It's too blinking expensive. Right, so that's in there. Oh, that fits in there quite nicely, I think. Yeah, I quite like the look of that. And then, oh, do I want them so the right side, oh. It's a bit of a puzzler, isn't it? I could just put a sticker on there. That's what I'll do.
She says the lights are flickering, somebody's hit a pole, she'll have to check in later.
Oh, all right. Take care, please. So let's pop that in there. Like that. Is that right? Is that the same height as that one? Yeah, I think so. There we go. Right, so yeah, what I really do need is some sort of stickerage on there. Where did I put my Timmy sticker book? So there's all these ones. Underwhelmed slightly. And then there's these ones, and this is what I was thinking of. Maybe one of these on there, I think. So let's just take that out. And I'm going for Christmas cheer. And I'm just going to put that there fairly centrally, so you'll see it from this side. I mean, we haven't over-egged the pudding there, I think you could say, but it's enough. I'm not going through this trauma again of getting this in here. Just go in, what's your problem? Thank you. Yeah, that looks fine now. That's ample sufficiency, I think. And on here, what should we have? I could have Christmas cheer again. Best Christmas wishes, let's have that. I don't think I even need to take it out, it just needs to go there. Lovely. Marvellous. Right, so let's start at the beginning again. So, yeah, I don't know, I've kind of rapidly gone off the idea of those, because they're just not, they're just disappointing. They've disappointed me. They haven't lived up to what I thought they were going to be. Let's get these out and see what we've got here. I don't need that. Well, that's rather nice, but I don't know, don't think. Could go on one of the tags.
Have some red embossing somewhere.
Yeah, I might have in the embossing drawer. Yeah. No. Yeah, shall I do that? Let's do that. Let's do that. This riff's so right. As ever.
Can I have that in writing?
No.
Plausible deniability.
Right, here we go. Let's get the dabber out. Embossing dabber. And this is Distress embossing glaze in candied apple, which is pretty good because that's what we're using. I got this because it was part of a set. Not that I ever thought I was going to be using candied apple. Just shows you, doesn't it? So the Tim Holtz embossing glaze is translucent, so you can see, you know, if we had a pattern or something on there, you'd be able to see it. About time I bought another one of these. I seem to have had this quite a long time. Now it's not a good day for it to pack up, so please don't. Bit of card. Let's see if I've got that covered or not. Oh, it's in chunks. Oh my goodness me. Tweezers.
Red, isn't it?
It's red, but it's coming out in chunks. I don't know that it's even stuck to that, you know. I don't think it has. Okay, back to the drawing board. Do you think these snowflakes just don't want to be coloured? Could be. see if that's any better. I can't get any more on than that. Yeah, that's all right. That's not so bad. No, I shouldn't have got this out. Right, let's see if what happens when we heat this up. My new heater tool sounds a bit ill to me. Let's have a go. Well, it's beginning to go. It's definitely going. Yeah, it's gone. It's shiny and it's red. What more can I say? Phew, hurrah. Right, let's do the same with this one then. I think it might be because my, as I say, my dauber thing, this thing, I mean, I've never changed it since I first got it, and I've done like loads of flowers and stuff with it, so I think the problem might be that. That looks okay. Let's get this put away, shall we? Before some calamity befalls us.
She says she's got a heating tool like yours and she feels it takes her longer to emboss.
Yeah, I actually have got an embossing gun, and I think really we should be using that, Jen, to be honest. It sort of focuses the air more, and it is quicker if you use that, to be honest. But I just haven't got room on my desk for a little embossing gun. There is no room. That cat's in the right one today, isn't he? Right, let's get this done. Yeah, it takes it quite a while to heat up. I mean, I think, you know, once it gets up to temperature, I think it's the same temperature as the embossing gun. Or the embossing gun that I've got at any rate. But it seems to take it longer to warm up. But I do like it for normal things because it doesn't blow stuff around. That's it, it's going, it's going. Well, having done all that, I'm not sure that I even like them because they look a bit brown now. Oh dear. No, they look red when you look at them like that. Stop being picky. Okay, so I'll glue that one there. I think that's quite nice. I quite like that. So let's get it glued down. Got my glue stuck through. These things take ages to glue, don't they? I've tried all sorts of people's tips and techniques, but basically it just takes time. So let's pop that down there, like that. There we are, and let's put the one on the back. So you can see that you can definitely make this. It really is easy peasy. You know, even if I don't get the ephemera and stuff finished today, it's still a nice easy make. I think that's okay. Lovely. Right, so what else do we have to do? This needs something on it. What have we got in the Timmy department from last year? Got Big Jolly Santa, red and white Santa, sort of Victorian Santa. Oh, I like him. I was saving him all last year and he never got used because I was too busy saving him. That would go there. December the 25th, Christmas Day. That's all right. I'm not going to ink round it because then it'll just look the same as everything else. I'm just going to stick it down. Stick it there. It's beginning to look a bit more Christmassy. And then on the back here, I need something along here for sure and definite. I do. I've still got these. You know, these ones. One of those might look quite nice there. Let's see what else we've got. Nice bell. Oh, special delivery. All sorts of things. I did well. Oh, the little dog. Oh, he's got to go there. Don't know what I'm going to put on the other one now. That blooming hand. There's two of them. They breed, I tell you. Oh, that's a much nicer snowflake. Bright red one. Merry Christmas. That's too big. Is that another hand? What's with all the hands? Do not know. A nice deer and some holly. Oh, they look lovely together. Whoops, snowflake. And another hand. Oh, this is just getting silly now. That's too big. Wreath. Oh, what's that one? Oh, it's the same one as I've already used. What's that? That's quite nice. Will that fit on? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Masters Albert and something. With love and best wishes, Julie. Something. Don't know, can't read it. Let's just see if it's going to fit though. Ah, it's just too big. Okay, never mind. We'll use these because these are nice anyway. Yuletide greetings. Merry Christmas. That's got Santa on it. I like that. Merry Christmas. There we are. And I'm going to put it over here like that. Lovely. And I want one for the other side. At Christmas. Marvellous. There we go. So that's that. These actually need something on them, don't they? The two bare. So I've got that. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Let's just do it. That meets with my approval. Oh, got a little bit to pop out. Yeah, I need to get some more Timmy stuff, Timmy Christmas stuff. But I'm kind of hanging on to see what the ideology stuff this year is. Because of course it's new, therefore better. Because I haven't done very much Christmas stuff in my life, I'm not familiar with the Timmy stuff. So it's not like, oh, that again, because I haven't really seen it before. That's nice, I like that. Yeah, looks Christmassy. It's all you need. Put that in there. I think I haven't glued down the inside of the envelope properly when I opened it. That's when I glued it, that's the problem. So what am I going to put on here? Well, that looks nice. That looks nice. I've got Santa's. Yeah, got that big Santa. He's too nice, I'm saving him. Might be for just later on in the project, but... Or the Victorian Santa.
Jenny likes the deer.
Let's go with the deer then. It's good enough for me.
Jenny says she saw some of the old ephemera packs at Joanne's and they look a lot like they have now.
Ah, right.
She resisted the urge.
Good girl. That's very good. I bet you cave at some stage though. It does seem a trifle early to be dealing in Christmas on the 2nd day of October. But, you know, journals take time to make. And then if you want to send them to somebody, especially if it's someone in America or Australia or whatever, if you live in the UK, it takes time to get there. And I mean, these days it seems to take forever to get there if you're using Royal Mail, who seem to be on strike a lot of the time. I'm not saying the case is valid or anything isn't valid. I'm just saying they strike, so you can't depend on them. So things take longer. That's nice. I like that. Good choice, Janya. Right, so that's that. So let's pop that back in its little hidey hole, which is there. Yeah, I haven't glued that envelope down properly. Shut it up. There we go. So that's that. So I think that's pretty much all we need to do to that. You could carry on, and what I would will probably do is put a pocket here. So as when you open the journal, there's something nice to look at in there. So yeah, that's something for you to think about, whether you would want to do that. Isn't that lovely? That's nice. Anyway, let's talk about the closure. So we want that to come over there like that. And I'm just going to do that string and button closure, the one... You wouldn't get me a throat lozenge, would you, please, Mr. F?
Jenny says she was in Walmart's and they're in full Christmas mode already.
Are they really? You might have to go in the top drawer, I'm not sure. So, yeah, just the string and button closure that you've seen me use a gazillion times. But this time, instead of straightforward hemp, we're using butcher's twine. Thanks a lot, my dear. I've been doing a lot of talking today. Because I thought the butcher's twine would look quite nice with this, and it's quite Christmassy anyway, I think. So I need to make a hole here, on here. So let's just turn it that way out, line it up, and it's 7 inches exactly. So I need to make a hole, make a mark at 3.5. If I only had something to make a mark with, that's ridiculous. Here we are, so there's 3.5 there. So I'm going to make a mark about here. And get my pink thing out. And let's see what I've got by way of, I don't think I've got any red. But I do have nice wide gold ones. And I've used gold eyelets all the way throughout, so I think that would look quite nice. I wonder if they do red ones. They must do. You'd think they'd do, wouldn't you? So let's put our hole in. I'm going to have to move my screw thingy. About there. Just to it. There we go. Put this wide one in. Crimp that down. I've never crimped one of these before with this, so I'm hoping it doesn't wreck it or anything. Oh no. Oh, that's lovely. Lovely job. Right. Yeah, that looks nice. I don't want to put anything on this. I just like that stripe. But then, you know, I'm a sucker for a stripe. So I've got my button. I've got my butcher's twine. See if I can remember how to do this. At the moment, I'm not remembering. But I'm sure it'll come back to me. So I'm taking a good length of butcher's twine because I seem to remember you need quite a bit. And then you go in from the back. Oh, this is going to be fun. That doesn't want to go through there. Might have to put a bit of sellotape on it or something. Oh, I'll hand it to Mr. It goes in from the back and then back out. Thank you. But it's a nice little looking journal, isn't it? You know, it's just little, just enough. As Sharon says, to get your Christmas cake recipes down, your gingerbread men recipes, gingerbread house. Oh, I want a gingerbread mansion. That's what I want. I want a multi-roomed mansion with 2 stories and a great big roof and a carport and everything, all made of gingerbread. That'd be nice. I like the button and string closures. I'd hang little jingle bells on the bottom of the string. Yeah. Gotta have some jingle. I've got some jingle, but I can't remember where I put it. Is it there? No. I don't know. I can't help feeling Mr. F got some jingle not long ago. I'll find it somewhere. Did you do it?
No.
No. How about we use a needle?
Yeah, I was just going to poke it through. That's alright. No, we've done it with Fanny.
Oh, you've cracked it.
Fanny cracked it. Covered my fingers with the glue stick.
Oh, well done. Excellent. Right, so how do I do this again? Honestly, I've done so many of these. How can you forget? So double that up, and you put that through the hole, don't you? Is that right? I think so. Put that through the hole. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I might have to look up on YouTube how I did this. Put that through. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? And that comes to there. Then you wrap that around the button like that, then round the button like that. That's it. That's all right. We've done it. Just spread those out a little bit. Lovely, and then put a knot in there. You're right, Judy, jingle would be excellent. But you know how to do it now, so jingle away. There we go. And I'm gonna cut the ends off here because I've slathered all over one of them. And I'm just going to take a little bit of glue on my finger, because this butcher's twine really likes to fray out. So just a little bit of glue on my finger, and I'm just going to roll the end of the butcher's twine in it. Try and keep it together. So that's the fundamentals of that anyway. I think we did not too bad actually today. Covered quite a bit of ground really. There we go. Right, so that's it. You can add to it, take away from it, do what you like. That's the basics. I think it's a lovely little gift for somebody. Even somebody, you know, who never heard of junk journals before, doesn't have a clue what you're supposed to do with them or anything. I just think it's nice. I think you could make it in absolutely any style. You could add lots of lace, lots of bling, or none at all. I think it would support all of that. So there you go, guys. That's my offering for today. I might finish it off and put it in my Etsy shop, because I really rather like it. Okay, thanks Sharon. Tim Holt said Tiny Bells last Christmas. Yeah, yes Colleen, he did. He did. They might actually be in my Tim Holt's drawer. Anyway, if I can find them, I'll put them on. If I can't, it'll be as it is. I just want to flick through briefly my trifold, my large trifold that I'm doing for those that joins a bit later on. I just want to show you what I've been up to all week. Here it is. It's not finished.
Come out a little.
You just have to excuse all the Christmas lying around, I'm afraid. It's just a bit of a mess. So there it is, that's the front. Look at that kingfisher. I don't know if you have kingfishers in the States. They are quite a shy bird here. We were very lucky at one stage. We lived by a canal, and we used to often see the kingfishers flying up and down the canal. And this plumage on their back is iridescent, and if it catches the sun, it's absolutely amazing. So we have a soft spot for kingfishers, so I like that. I've called the journal Vintage Notes. The closure is ribbon. It's turquoise satin and orange satin to go with our kingfisher. And then it opens up, and that's the size that it will be. There'll be a section here, and one here. So I've still got plenty to go at. But this is the one, sorry about the shimmer, there's not much I can do about it. This is the one section that I have completed. So this is a journaling card. Goes in and out of there. It does, I promise you. There we go. Everything is sewn around, inked, sewn, whatever. So that's the flip on the top. Then here I've got 3 pockets with 3 little tags in. That flips out that way. Then I've got a bookmark. That just lives in there. Then I've got a big gusseted envelope here. And then that closes up and it flips out this way. Excuse me. This is the back page pocket, and I painted that. I made the background actually, which I'm more proud of, and then painted that. And there is a bit of bling on there, Judy. And that fits in there. Then I've got these 2 pockets here with the tags in that I painted. Painted that with my new watercolour pencils. And this one I did with acrylics. And then that flips out that way. And that's just paper. It hasn't got anything on it. It's just the paper, and it's gorgeous. And then here we've got a double belly band arrangement. There's one that goes there, one that goes there. That's my watercolour pen. Yeah, they're both watercolour pencils. I had great fun playing with them. They go like that, and then behind that is another belly band, and it's got this in it, which was my watercolour pencils again, on a background that I made, and that just slides in there behind all of that. So that's that. So that folds over, and that flips down. So that's section 1 complete. And this week I will move on to doing section 2. So when it's all full, it should sit quite nicely. It's just at the moment it's a bit floppy because it's got nothing to hold it open. But we're getting there. We're doing it bit by bit. So that's kind of it, guys, for today. This is what we have achieved. So I think that's good. You know, in one live we have achieved ostensibly a journal from start to finish. So if I've skipped by any bits that you didn't quite catch or whatever, just ask me on the group and I'll certainly go over it. Or if you need to know that instant, message me and I will do my best to help you out. As I say, I'll finish this one off and I'll pop it in my Etsy shop at some stage. And failing all of that, I'm sure I will see you through the week when I'll be doing a video, get back to the drawing and painting again maybe. And I'll definitely see you next Sunday. So until then, behave yourselves. Hi Corinne, I didn't see you. No, I'm saying goodbye, but... So, bye everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Just carry on being kind and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.
Bye everyone, take care, be safe, be happy, see you soon.
Bye. Bye bye.
Bye.